Hey, hello, beautiful soul, and welcome. If you have registered for my Power of Vision, the Power of Clarity workshop, first of all, I'm so happy and thrilled that you did. And whether you have joined already or you're still considering it, I wanted to offer you this bonus video because this message might just shift everything, especially if you're someone who knows there's more for you, but somehow keeps getting pulled back by the past. This isn't just about manifestation, okay? It's not about goals or vision boards. This is about how we relate to ourselves through time, over and over and over again. So let me give you a different perspective. It's the same truth I always teach, though I truly believe that saying it in different new ways, sometimes that's all it takes to finally click, okay? So let's begin with this powerful truth. You are not your past self. Not even the version of you from last week, not even the version of you from yesterday, or even not the version of you an hour ago. Though most people are still making decisions based on who they used to be, or what didn't work, or that what hurt, what they once feared. And here's how I see it. Oh, that was nice, that flash of light. So here's how I see it. Your past is not your identity. Listen carefully. It's your initiation. That's part of the journey of the hero. Okay? Your past is not something to carry as a heavy bag. What if your past is something to learn from, where you can extract wisdom from? And then you can start to move forward lighter. And get this, your past only has meaning because of how you interpret it. Now, that's such a difficult word. The meaning you give to it, not because of what happened, but because of the story you're still telling in the present moment. And you know what is the good news? Ta-da! You can change the story, okay? So let's talk about the present moment for a moment. This is not just like a calendar square. This is a choice point, okay? Your present is the place where you get to say, I no longer let my past dictate my future. This is so important. I do not longer let my past dictate my future. Look at that. Past, future, and in the middle there's me. So the thing is, the truth is that's not how most of us have been trained. Listen, trained to think. We have been trained to survive, okay? To stay safe and to repeat. That's exactly what the nervous system does. Every time when we're not feeling good, the nervous system automatically gets activated. And when that part gets activated, our survival mode starts to work. Okay? And that happens for us to stay safe in a very strange way. Okay? And if you keep doing that, you will keep manifesting the opposite of what you truly desire, because we manifest 24/7. And to tell you something else, I don't know if you knew that, but you are already an expert in manifestation. Though most of the time you're manifesting from that low contractive energetic frequency. So you manifest, you're an amazing manifester, but you manifest the opposite. So I hope that this breaks another truth that people say, okay, I manifested this and that, but then they're not aware that they always manifest. Every result that you probably don't like is there because results always catch up. Now, it's not that we manifest the opposite because we're broken. No, it's because your brain, your nervous system, your identity is still tied to your old story. But what if? What if just for today you made a different choice? What if? I love that. That helps so much in my world. the questions to myself, what if? So what if instead of asking, what can I do based on what I have already lived? You start asking yourself, what would my future self, the aligned, peaceful, that radiant version of me do right now? What would that version of me think? How would that version of me walk into a room? What would that version of me let go of? A lot of things, I can tell you. Because the future version of you is that version of you that is living in alignment, that is confident of herself, herself or himself, right? And this is the shift, and this is where the magic lives. And I call it living from vision. Other calls it something different. For example, Dr. Benjamin Hardy calls it becoming your future self. Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches your old self has to die so the new one can live. Neville Goddard said, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Mary Morrissey says, you must come from your dream, not try to get to it. Right? And I nowadays love to call it, shifting your energetic identity. Shift your energetic identity. So it's the moment that you stop asking how and you start asking, who am I becoming? Okay? And here's a big reframe. The present gives meaning to the past, not the other way around. I will repeat that again and write that down so you can reflect on that. The present gives meaning to the past and not the other way around. And even though that's not how we have been taught to think, right? We always think that my past gives meaning through my past, the known past. I'm giving meaning to my present and I'm creating the known future. That's what happens. But it's the other way around. And that is how you break free from cycles and loops that no longer serve you. And this is how you stop recreating the same experiences. Like they say, like I'm always attracting similar partners, or I always attract those jobs I don't like. Hey, wake up. It's not because of the jobs or the partners. It's because you keep on repeating from the past. Okay? And this is how you finally begin to manifest from alignment instead of fear. So what does this really mean? It means right now, in this breath, you get to decide how your story unfolds. You get to decide what that mistake meant. You get to see the breakup, the struggle, the delay as exactly what shaped you for where you are headed. And that's not bypassing. That, my dear friend, is owning your power. Okay? So here's something I always say. What you focus on expands, right? Tony Robbins would say, where focus goes, energy flows. Listen, your brain is like a filtering system. Whatever you repeatedly think about, your nervous system, your emotions, and your energy, it starts to lock onto that. So if you keep focusing on what's missing, you will stay in lack. If you focus on what's not working, you will find more of it. But if you begin shifting your focus, even just a little bit, I mean, you can go from that place where you don't feel good to that place where you feel amazing. But just make a middle stop, neutralize it, start to make it softer. So even very gently, you start to shift your focus towards your vision, towards what you desire. Everything starts to recalibrate. And now, this is not just about positive thinking, okay? It's neuroscience, it's how energy works, and if you work it, this works. It's how the brain and the quantum field are wired. And as Einstein famously put it, everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality that you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. Write it down. Go back to the video, to the replay, right? You can go back to that. Let that sink in. So as we now move toward the power of clarity, of your vision, the workshop, I want you to remember this. You are not your past. You are not your fears. You're not your limits. You know what you are? You are your vision. You are a calling. You are a becoming. And it all begins right here with a decision, with a new attention, and with a new identity. But you know what? We cannot go to that place if we do not have crystal clear clarity about how that new identity looks like. So that's why I offer you this workshop. Okay? So if you are already registered for the Power of Vision workshop, I absolutely cannot wait to see you inside. This is the beginning of something real. Even if you already repeated it, I tell you for a fact that the more you repeat it, you immerse. Instead of just tipping in your toe, this is the work, repetition, okay? And if you haven't joined yet and you feel this is for you, just send me a message and I will make sure you get the link to register. I always have this thing up until now with this word. So you get the link to register, or if you listen to this video and the vision workshop has already passed, I will get you on my waiting list. So I will notify you for next time. Okay. And one more last thing. This is not just for spiritual people. It's not just for coaches. It's not just for people already on the path. This is for anyone who wants to live a life of more. Okay, a life of more clarity, more peace, more impact, more joy, more of anything. And it's for people like you, people like Tony, Dean Graciosi, world leaders, CEOs. They all do this work. Why? Because it's universal, because it's human, and because it works if and when you make it work. So let's do this. Okay? Thank you. Thank you so much. See you soon.